We back and we back. Zeus P, Tank Jew. Let the light in, man. It's the 2-hour lunch break, dog. I'm locked in. So turn your speakers up a notch and grab the white gin. And when I'm on the road to the office or the crib, it's Big Zeus, Ain't Jew, the ones I wanna hear. This is that 2-hour lunch break live from Lady Bird J Late. Coming to you live, putting on for the This is that 2-hour lunch break live from Lady Bird J Late.
And it's coming home to Texas. It's coming home all the way to Austin, Texas, baby.
Man, welcome back to another episode of the 2-Hour Lunch Break Podcast, man, a podcast for Austin, from Austin. I'm your host, Trotwood Zeus, and today's episode is a special one. Man, we're sitting down with two incredible creatives who just dropped a powerful new album called Spike Club, a raw, lyrical, and layered project that's got the whole city talking. First up, he's a real student of the game, a Marine vet, a Le Cordon Bleu chef, a barbecue pitmaster, and one of Austin's most authentic voices in hip-hop. We got the homie JEDI512. And next, joining him is the mastermind behind the boards, a San Antonio-based producer with roots in metal, country, and synth-hop. The man who crafted every beat on this project. We got Boost the Blessed in the building, man. We're talking about their origins, the making of Spike Club, and what the future looks like for the both of them. So let's get into it, man. First off, man, how y'all boys doing?
I'm good.
Amen. Doing well.
Awesome, man. So, man, like I said, first off, man, appreciate y'all for pulling up. I know we talked off air. Y'all boys both got busy schedules, so, we appreciate y'all taking time out of y'all schedules to pull up. I know, Boots, you said you came from San Antonio, from working the overnight shift, all that. So, like I said, man, thank y'all, man, for, chopping it up with us right quick. So let's go ahead and get to it, man. Let's talk about your origins. So Jedi, right? For a lot of people that don't know, just like I said in the intro, man, you were a Marine vet. You spent some time overseas. You were in Okinawa. And I know you said you had, in previous interviews, you had been writing and recording since your Marine days in Okinawa. What did those early sessions, man, teach you about, your voice as an artist?
Those times were like super pivotal to me because I had just like left my family for the first time.
Okay.
And I have a song on Spike Club that originally was called Adopted. What did we end up changing that one to? Oh, Rumburg to St. John. You actually shared that one.
Like that one.
So if you listen to that song, that was like me giving an ode to the people I went to high school with.
Gotcha.
And where I grew up with, went to high school with, and then if you really know me, I left my second semester of my senior year, which meant that I couldn't make a basketball team. I didn't play football that. Right. So I went to a whole new school, and the only people I could connect with were artists. What turned in to be artists, what I'm saying? The other kids, the kids that wasn't athletes and the kids that wasn't straight up just trying to go the street route, what I'm saying? So it turned in to be a lot of my artist friends. And that era, just like, those are all the same people I mess with now, like Fresh, people from Team Next. C's is on the album. Okay. C's was like, I think in 10th grade, and I was a senior. Mm-hmm. A lot of those people, I was like trying to let them know that was like my reaching out. Like, hey, I still love this. I still rap. You know what I'm saying? And because a lot of people had no clue what happened to me after I left Reagan, where I left the north side of Austin and went to Maynard, which is the country at that time. They didn't even have a pizza place. They didn't have.
Yeah, that was the sticks back then.
It was it was different. You know what I'm saying? So it was really me reaching out and trying to like stay connected to like some type of roots of Austin. Like one of the first tattoos I got was like Austin, Texas across my I had this whole like, they didn't like us, you know what I'm saying? Right. They didn't like Texas folk out there. Yeah. And most of the people that I went to school with were the Marine Corps with were either like far East Coast or far West Coast. Okay. And the people that were from Texas didn't do any of the stuff I did. Because if you were a Marine and you were from Texas, you basically were like a Republican or, you know what I'm saying, on the whole nother tip of things. And I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm raised up by my grandparents, and even that was like kind of a rebellious thing, me going to the Marine Corps against like what they would look like as, you know what I'm saying, better judgment. Right. A lot of it was just me like trying to stay connected, show people like, you know what I'm saying? It was a very selfish like, please look at me. You know what I'm saying? Because I felt like
trying to get like attention.
I left because of the idea of feeling abandoned. So keeping music. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
I can't really say exactly what it was, but or did you even ask me that? Sorry.
No, I'm saying, what did those early sessions teach you about your voice as an artist?
Oh, so yeah, exactly. I met a dude from Dallas.
Okay.
This dude hyped me up so much that it felt like I grew up with him, and I can't remember his name right now. It'll come to me, but his name, we called him Willie. I can't remember it was Williams. His last name was Williams,
Gotcha.
but I knew his first name, so I just can't think of his whole name right now. But Willie basically like made me feel like a star. He was like, man, you ain't fake star.
Right.
You whatever. And I just told myself, like, at the time, a lot of people heard the story already that Jedi came from my video game name, which was JEDI512.
Yeah.
And I made a SoundCloud right then.
Okay.
I'm watching like Team Next and them put up SoundCloud.
Next. Ooh,
You know, so like that told me,
Okay.
like, oh, I need to make one of these.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I made SoundCloud. I bought a laptop with my first couple checks, saved up a bunch of money. And those sessions basically was like, I won't even say they were my, like, that's me, like 100%. Like, I was doing auto-tune.
Yeah.
I was singing. I was like trying to like make like
real experimental.
you can't say it now, but Kanye West,
Okay.
like, that was who I was getting molded by at the time, like musically. Pharrell and the Clips, if you look at their whole rollout, it's so Spike Club. I'm like, I don't know if somebody in their camp came and watched what we were doing, but even you seen the Clips Cola thing? I got.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna show you. We can put it up somewhere on the screen. But I literally made that same how I made the Sprite logo look like it. But just that idea. But very angry, very like faking the funk, very like pretending I'm okay, letting the money talk for. You know what I'm saying? Because now I'm getting a check for the first time. Nobody in I can send my family members money. You know what I'm saying? I was putting all of that into the music, and it. Because you failing, you don't realize that people are still watching you. You know what I'm saying? And failing, like I said, it's always subjective, but I knew I was like failing up in music every day, all the way since that was 2009.
Okay.
And crazy enough, I was gonna bring you my rhyme book. I'll show you next time, or I'll send you a picture of it or something. I just found my rhyme book from high school, battle raps. I was rapping like Cameron still.
Okay.
I was like... all that, I recorded all those songs and I turned them into an album, and it was called like Without No Permission.
Right.
And it was from everything I made in high school up to me getting my own laptop and recording. So it was like, that was my first time, like, you know what I'm saying, feeling like a grown up. Like I spent my own money on something.
Yeah.
I never had a car before that. I didn't have a license. I worked at Holland Mall as a shoe stocker, and I was terrible. I never once ever stocked the shoes right, like never. But I even when I joined the Marine Corps, I was telling them like, oh yeah, I just do this. I was a stocker, and like my whole life was just lying to, you know what I'm saying, and that's what I'm thinking, but it really was just a bunch of experiences, and that's what that music was. It was like push and record by myself, finding my own beats, coming up with my own ideas, you know what I'm saying, and so it was just like it's still me right now to this day. Like I barely changed any of the formula except just getting it mixed and mastered. Like being a little better at that.
Got it. Okay. So kind of switching gears. So Boots, got a question for you, right? So I know you said you're actually born in Austin, right? But for the most part, you spent a lot of your years in San Antonio. And I know San Antonio is a city that has a big hip hop scene, but a lot of times it can be kind of overshadowed when it comes to, like Texas music overall. How has that, like almost being like an underdog in a sense, how has that influenced like your creative grind?
I kind of claim San Antonio now, I guess. I still claim Austin because I was born here. I spent the beginning of my adult life, like the first decade here in Austin. I started producing here in Austin. Gotcha. So it's kind of a question I don't really have a good answer for, to be honest. My apologies.
It's all good.
But all good. I feel like San Antonio started to get more and more shine in the hip hop world. It's not necessarily the subgenre of hip hop that I'm very involved in, but it's starting to get some more shine.
Okay.
As of late.
Okay. So kind of piggybacking on that, I know doing some research. I know talking about like your origins. I know you said some of your influences like Bone Thugs, hardcore bands. Synth hop. So I know your sound pulls from a lot of different things, right? How did those early influences shape your approach to producing Spike Club?
Like musically, I'm all over the place. I feel like it's kind of like an artwork question. I don't know where you got Bone Thugs from. But it's like that's the first cassette I ever owned as a kid.
Okay.
But yeah, I think just listening to. I think a lot of musicians listen to a lot of different music, and I think the more genres, the more artists you listen to, it helps you be more creative.
Gotcha.
Like you pull from different, just gives you more ideas, and you realize how much more there is than just one genre, being like stuck in a certain lane. You know?
Right. Yeah, I like that. So, man, let's talk about the production of Spike Club and like just kind of the journey. How did y'all when did y'all first meet, and what made y'all realize that a collab album made sense?
Shout out Dot. I didn't know Jedi. I'd heard his name before, but we didn't know each other till it was like 2 or 3 years ago. And Dot and I were making a project called Bond Me, and we were I'll say at least halfway through the project, and he was like, I really want to get my guy Jedi on the track. I didn't know who he was at the time, and then I heard his verse. Dude slid, like, he went crazy.
Right.
I was like, hey, this dude's super nice. And then from there. I don't know how much time went between there, but we ended up making a joint. I didn't know this, so you can maybe speak on it a little bit more, but I guess he hit me with a drunk text one night, like, I need this kind of beat. This is what I want it to sound like. I'm like,
okay.
All right. So we made a joint, shot a video for it, and then we had kind of like talked about making an album over time, and then eventually it was just the right time, and we got to it, and it went crazy, like 3-4 songs a day, like over the next month or so.
Yeah. Okay.
It really was, Dot, like he said, but just to get back to that exact part, he was making, he put in a group chat that I'm going to put a beat a day inside of this folder minimum on the Untitled app.
Oh, yeah.
And every single day he would put something hard, and it would be like all of us, at least 4 rappers saying like, I need that, or let's hop on this. And I would always be I'm just in the group chat for like a couple months, and I'm realizing like, wait a minute, ain't nobody posting no songs in here. Like, and it was just more of a like Spike Club type of thing where it's like, let's get some sparring going, I guess. I'm gonna just start stealing y'all beats and rapping on them because y'all wasting Boots' time. You know what I'm saying? It was really a friend thing, but I'm like, come on, let's start rapping, I guess.
Right.
Because I'm working. Like, the project before Spike Club was called Before the Club.
Okay.
And that's like production from any Texas person. If you go look through those track lists, like any Texas producer that would mess with me, I was hopping on it, and that's the single part you were talking about where you're like, do you like singles or albums?
Right.
I like that idea because if you're going to drop a bunch of singles, go out there, try to get your name heard, try to put some substance in it if you can, but for the most part, let it do what singles supposed to do. None of them got me 1 million streams, but I know every time I lock in with a producer and make an album, that's when you'll see me personally like make merch. You'll see me talking about the project. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I make singles, I don't want to talk to you about singles. Like, go stream it or don't stream it, but like that, what does that do for me? Like, the project is like a baby to me. It's like, I literally wanted to make Boots proud, first of all, because he was one of the first producers to like legitimately, I felt, reach back to me when I sent him a good verse, where other ones, they got they guys already and they like, shit, this dude good, but damn, Tyler, Jedi fucking, I can't let him make my dude. I know that feeling of like, you brought your cooler homeboy over when you know what I'm saying, your cousin around, and now your cousin acting weird, or your homeboy here and your cool cousin show up and he got Black and Milds, and you know what I'm saying, like,
Gotcha. Okay.
They fake beefing, you know what I'm saying? So it was more of a like I said, it's all Spike Club based off delusion. Boots, one of the people who works super hard. He don't seem to live in delusional world with me, like, besides the fact that we both think our music is good enough to take us up. You know what I'm saying? Like, just music alone. We're not good at marketing, not good at nothing. So when he said that, like, I was like, somebody needs to say that out loud, that you making a beat at least a beat a day. I know you making more than that, but like, that's admirable. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's super cool to me. So when he was sending those beats, I started picking beats that were like not the best. I was like trying to purposely, you know what I'm saying? So some of my first songs on there were like, the more serious songs like
I think Windows was first.
Windows, which is the best beat. That's the best beat. But that was one of the songs where I was gonna make it a single. Like you could hear Windows, and I'm like, oh yeah, TikTok. I could put this on a reel. Like then I gave it to Dot. Dot did what he did to it, and it turned into such a beautiful song. Like I didn't even realize what I was, you know what I'm saying, what we really made. And then fast forward to Dot named the album that used to be called.
Yeah, the original idea was Tyler's Burden. Tyler Durden.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So I know, talking about that, man. Let's talk about the title, right? Spike Club. So I know it seems like a play on Fight Club, the movie. You got the merch. I see the soaps, all that, right? So what's the deeper meaning behind the title Spike Club? Like, why did y'all switch from Tyler Burden to Spike Club?
Because I didn't want it to be personal. I told him I could make a personal album easily. I've done it so many times and I've seen it get like overlooked. So I told him like for 100% fact, like if we do it this way, we can create a world for the first time behind the album for you. And like what y'all should have done, like I love him and Dot's album. Like I still think they should have 10 more videos. Like every song was so perfectly written. Yeah. All I was trying to do was like make a world, you know what I'm saying? So Tyler, I was already working on Tyler's Burden reluctantly. Like I'm thinking like in that world of like this Fight Club, it's based, you know what I'm saying? It was all based off Fight Club. That's why when he said it, I was like, oh, it's genius because I'm fucking crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm really nuts sometimes. And he didn't heard some of my worst rants. He didn't heard me talk about like all type of you didn't see me on Twitter like straight up accusing people of like, oh, this nigga got me. He think I'm, you know what I'm saying? And it's like he's seen that in real life, and he hear the names and he hear the theories, and a lot of it was based in a bunch of truth. You know what I'm saying? That turned out to be like, you know what I'm saying? Like Rent Due. Like Rent Due is such a prolific song. I wrote it so long ago, but I'm watching Austin turn into Rent. You know what I'm saying? There was so many moments in that album where I was telling Boots like, I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't like this title because it don't fit. I'm talking to so many people. Me saying like this is Tyler's Burden felt like sad. Spike Club felt like, and Dot just randomly texted us. But I think he texted him first, but then he texted me, put us in the group chat, and he was like, this album needs to be called Spike Club because gave us this long rollout, told me 3 other names that kind of hit too, and I'm like, damn, this dude genius. And from that point, I just started like working that.
Okay, so question for you, kind of piggybacking off something you said. I know you were talking about like, you know, going on like rants on social media and stuff like that, right? So you were right. I've seen you, you know, when you get in your bag on Twitter and stuff like that. And I remember you had mentioned something about Spike Club being like your last album, right? Now is that true? And if so, what's going to be your next step if that is indeed going to be the final full-length album for you?
My literal plan, and it still could happen anytime, but now I feel a relief of not needing Spike Club no more, because I think that's kind of what the movie Fight Club was about. It was like he was reaching. He needed something. He clearly needed something to like make him go do those things. Go have sex with women that he want. Go maybe punch a dude in the face that he felt was disrespecting him. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever. And some of that stuff, like I say, 2025, Austin, Texas, you can't do pretty much any of that. Not even the chasing women thing, because it's you a creepy. You know what I'm saying? You a bad guy. So if you want to create that character, which ain't created if you live I don't know if y'all know what Boots does, but he works in the nightlife. He don't just work in the night shift. He like works in the nightlife, and Boots is a cool dude, to say the least. You know what I'm saying? So when I think of Spike Club, I think of like people like Boots. Like Boots train Muay Thai. All his friends could whoop me. And I start thinking like I like being around that energy, because at the time when I was recording this, I'm messed up. You know what I'm saying? Lost my car, stuff going bad for me. So what y'all seeing on Twitter while Spike Club is being made is me like, I'm being positive, but I'm making the most to me, personal album I ever made at the time because somebody told me that I was good enough. I'm ready to hurt myself. I'm ready to get out of here, disappear. And if not, my idea was to at least disappear off the internet, put a good project out that says something. And if anybody hears it, it's what I've been trying to do since like 2009, is I just like be heard. I said exactly what I meant. And I still made it a riddle. You know what I'm saying? Like my problem is I still talking riddles, and I still like don't really get my point across because I'm a people pleaser. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to not be a people pleaser, you put on your Brad Pitt mask and you start slapping niggas and you start, you know what I'm saying? So Spike Club was that idea, not just for me, because you already seen it years ago, me doing it. I want you to do it now. I want you to do it now. I want, you know what I'm saying? Because Tyler's Burden is on the internet. It's already, that album came out all over the place. Spike Club is so inspirational when you really listen to it. You can't walk away from it feeling nothing except like I can walk through a wall. I mean, I can run through a wall. I can, you know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of people got to a point where they started going with the flow of music making, me included. Like I purposely made songs that were 3-4 minutes long. I got a hook on there for Stamina Part 2 that's, I want to say like 12 bars. Just the hook. I just say it over and over and over because I wanted to, you know what I'm saying? It's like a prayer. And I used to tell myself, like, if you ever mixing music and you feeling a certain way afterwards, you just said a prayer 100 times. You just said that every time you restart it, every time you put a new snare, you listen to that. You know what I'm saying? It's inside. So I put Refrigerator Magnet Spike Club with beautiful songs on there that sound grimy. But they beautiful. Like if you really listening, there's some stories in there. I'm saying names in there that these people not even with us. And I never did that before because like I said, the riddle aspect of like trying to respect the game, I was like, this time I'm gonna just say some names. This time I'm gonna kind of make it clear exactly who I'm talking to. This time I'm gonna not pull punches on myself. I'm gonna talk about myself. Like it might be something wrong with me, but you know what I'm saying? Like this is my world. This is my life. You know what I'm saying? Like Spike Club is not that's why people say roll out. I'm like, it was so easy to make it after he gave me the name because it was my life. It was Pink is, you know what I'm saying? It was the idea of like the Pink stuff was people, you heard it. You heard me like go on the rants if you ever seen me because most of that stuff deleted now from both parties because people didn't stand on nothing they said about me. And it was people calling me a bitch. It was like, oh, you think I'm a hoe. Like you think, so I'm smiling too much. I'm being too nice. Too many free barbecues. Too many invitations over the house. Too much. Here's a couple grams. You know what I'm saying? And I start realizing like, oh, I'm the bitch. I'm the mark. So same as the movie, he felt the way about corporate world. I don't know if people know, but if you join the Marine Corps, you is as corporate as it gets. You know what I'm saying? When I say I seen the other side, that's always what I'm talking about. Billions and millions of dollars being spent on this idea that things will get better. Same for Austin. Like, here, come in, join us, and we'll make sure you and your people are good. We can X Jedi out. He's a little crazy. We'll get rid of him. Boots don't talk a lot. He don't post a lot he don't got no analytics. We don't need him. Well, you know anybody around here selling 50 shirts? Because he did. He sold 50 shirts. And I think about that because I was like, in my head, we created something you could sell. You could sell Tyler's Burden, but I wanted to spitefully show people that was telling me personally that what you doing don't work. What you doing ain't you know what I'm saying? I never liked it. I never liked like feeling shunned. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, I'm talking too much.
No, you good. You good.
Like I love Spike Club so much. It was like it became my baby. So as I started like, I feel like I'm raising it now. That's why I said I'm gonna give it the long rollout it deserves, and I'm not gonna quit because people like Dawa, Shaka, you, Fresh, even Team Next showing up for me when they do. Because I even consider Dot like removed member of them just because of how long I've known him and watched him before we ever even shook hands.
Yeah.
I could tell him, hey, I was a fan of you because of this. And I give him a whole rundown. And I do that to so many people in Austin. It's creepy. And they all look at me like I'm a weirdo. And they like, I never met you before. Why you know? You know what I'm saying? And that made me feel away because I'm like, why does that matter? I'm super talented and I show you love. Yeah. So how the fuck you hate? You need little people. So I had another saying, like, we all being led by sheep. Yeah. And then in that same song, I say, I just need to find more sheep. That was me just saying I need to rest, count the sheep, because you gonna count. You know what I'm saying? Right. The idea of counting sheep and resting is genius. You know, whoever said it first, I didn't make, you know what I'm saying? I just put the words in the song. Okay. And when that came to me, like I said, it was like it's Spite Club, man, but it's not Spite Club. You know what I'm saying? There's no real spite in it. It's like an in spite of, and it's all based off being delusional. So not quitting is the best thing I could do for the niggas who, you know what I'm saying? That's the best spite I could, because what I was going to do, I didn't say this, I was going to drop the album, make all these plans, and you can go to my JEDI512.com and see I done no more updates on it, because that's what I was going to do. Right. I was just going to do nothing. I was going to spitefully disappear. Okay. I was going to go get a job, go off the grid, you know what I'm saying, go make barbecue plates, and you know what I'm saying, like for real, just I was going to move up to Leander with my brother-in-law and just work on his taco truck, which I'll probably still do eventually, but that was like, and I had to tell him, like, bro, I'm going to lock back in. I know what we talked about stuff, but I'm going to just see this through. You know what I'm saying? See this idea that I got through, because Boots put a lot of effort into this thing. You know what I'm saying? That I personally don't think people love it enough. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's rap and hip hop and the culture of it behind it, which is black folks and people of color and the unheard and the unloved and the pushed to the sides, and that, you know what I'm saying, take me back to high school where you ain't cool, you ain't getting to take that girl to prom, you get to take this girl, you know what I'm saying? That's Spike Club, you know what I'm saying? Okay. My fault that I can.
No, you good. You good.
Spike Club.
So I was gonna say, kind of, so shifting gears back to Boots for a second, right? So question for you. What kind of you know, when you were putting together the beats for Spike Club, were you like intentionally like building the sound for the album, or like did you start with like a sound in mind, or did you like build around like Jedi's bars, or like how did that process look for you?
So honestly, Jedi kind of spoke to this earlier, but like you were saying, the beat a day thing, right? Yeah, right. There's like a small handful of friends where I told them, like you were saying, like I'm gonna put at least a beat in here every day. Like that's my goal. Just I want to build. Like I feel like most people fail because they're not consistent. So it was really just a goal of mine to like do this shit for a year, almost on a year now, or a beat every single day, at least one. And when we started crafting the album, he just started pulling from there what he wanted, and that's really where it came from. So there was no like special rhyme or rhythm, to be completely honest. We eventually later like
the mixing process of
the mixing process
that's
ended up
where
breaking some
like
shit down and building around it to build it up and make it more cohesive.
Okay. Makes sense. So, what was that recording process like? Did y'all like go into the studio together? Were y'all like, you know, sending files back and forth, or what did that look like?
We recorded. Oh, my fault. We recorded together one time, and that was the "Where You Been" song with EJ, and that was supposed to be the original opening intro. Like I knew that session was supposed to get the album either finished or beginning. Like I told him, like we need something that makes it an album. You know what I'm saying? And that session just. That was everything else. I just was at the crib. I had just bought a new Apollo. That's what I told him, like, hey, bro, I'm gonna buy Apollo if you serious. Like, I went and spent some money to go get a new, you know what I'm saying? I got these same mics. I got me some, you know what I'm saying? I had a little pad and stuff up in my new apartment. Finally didn't have a roommate for first time in years. Okay. So I just literally, that was my first that type of lock-in. Gotcha. Where, you know what I'm saying? Sorry, boo.
No, you're good. We had a mix session to speak to that. Shout out J. Ross, he engineered the whole product. But we had a mix session, and that shit was just really happenstance because my friend EJ, she's the one that sung on there. It was her first time ever recording, and I kind of just tricked her into coming. Okay. She's like, oh, that sounds fun. Like, you're in the studio, I'd like to be up. Yeah, pull up. And so I was like, all right, so what you gonna do? You gonna get on this track or what? Yeah. And it worked out beautifully. Gotcha. Okay, cool. So I know we were just talking about one of your features, EJ.
that's one amongst you got a lot of them on this album. I want to say it's Teddy the Legacy, Dot, Prose, C's. How did all those features come together? How did y'all decide to pick those particular artists to get on the album?
You shout out the motherfuckers.
Yeah, all right, yeah. So more or less on any project I make with the artist, I'm gonna try to include like there's a small collective. Shout out Dot. This is another shout out C's really, 'cause that's where this formulated from. Shout out C's. Back some years ago, we started back to Buy Me. C's was like hit us up like I need a writing session. Like I'm trying to. And so he's like, "Hey, Boots, bring some beats." So I pulled up from San Antonio over at Dot's crib, and we started. That's how we started making that first project, and it became a collective called the Motherfuckers MFKZ. And yeah. So every project I put out, I try to include all the motherfuckers on it as much as I can, and he already fucked with them.
Okay.
So
right.
It worked out well. We already get along. We already know each other. They're all great rappers, so it just makes sense to me.
Okay. Gotcha. So kind of piggybacking on that, like what is there a song on the album for either of y'all that like really sticks out as like, if somebody listens to the album, I want them to listen to this particular track above the rest of them all. Is there any of those that stick out for either of y'all?
Yeah, but let me shout out Teddy too, because Teddy's a fucking great ass artist. So I don't want to not mention him.
Gotcha. Okay.
I can't not mention him.
Okay.
Shout out Teddy for sure.
Favorite song though is, I think probably Windows. There's a couple of songs I really like on there, but that's probably the one for me.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Mine is probably Screw Loose because my verse is fire, but Prose verse is so. It's the album. Like that's like that's Spike Club. You know what I'm saying? But Dot's verse on Windows, one of the best things I ever heard a rapper do. So like kill me on the song if you want. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I want to be killed on the song. I don't need no extra cool.
Yeah.
Jedi being extra humble though.
You know what I'm saying?
Concept on the hook. Like it took me a couple of days to realize what the fuck he was saying, and then when it all clicked, I was like, "How did this take that long?" But I asked some of my homies, like, "Hey, what's it about though?" And they didn't get it right at first either, so I didn't feel that bad. But yeah, that song is probably super slept on, and if people really listen to it, it would blow their fucking mind.
It's starting to get like I could see the tick. I go look at some stats. I'm like, damn, people still listen to Windows.
Yeah. Okay. So Jedi. So on a more personal note, I know you talked about like on social media and on interviews. You had recently met your biological dad, right? And you were going through like some deep personal change with that experience. Talk about that and how that affected like the honesty of your bars on Spike Club.
That's in Windows. Look for daddy through this bitch, but he ain't come through for the fam. And that was more like me making fun of the Drake. He didn't come through for the guy. You know what I'm saying? I was talking about me, but I try to do a double entendre every few bars. You know what I'm saying? But I was talking about me. But we met January 4th, 14th, one of them fours. Yeah. I'll say January 4th, a little bit after New Year's 2023. He showed me pictures of my mom. We talked, found out he was doing good. Had some crazy correlations. Realized he was young. He was only 53 at the time. So, you know what I'm saying? Found out about just being locked up, actually being a drug addict. The same thing my parents used to be. You know what I'm saying? I'm raised by older folks, so they used to be like, don't be touching all that dope and that's why I make it's so many references to my real life from that moment. But Spike Club had a lot to do with him too, because we never talked after that day. I don't know if I put that on the internet or not. I probably did and deleted it, but we met, we talked, had the great time. He sent me pictures, whole thing. Before then, he texted me, sending me pictures, showed me I got a little brother, all this stuff, and never text me back, never replied. My birthday, May 3rd, so I hit him up 5 months later, like, hey, same thing I was doing when I was 12. He ain't replied, so before you know it, I'm just, you know what I'm saying? And that was the year I did the KUTX thing. So if you noticed, I started gaining weight again. I was on my health kick that you saw, you know what I'm saying? And I was trying to like But that messed me up, basically. Like him showing up, disappearing again.
Yeah.
It turned me. That's when I went on such a crazy run. That's when I was ranting on the internet all the time because I really felt abandoned after that. Like, talk about feeling abandoned. I already lost my mom. I lost my adopted parents. I lost, you know what I'm saying, everything I could lose.
Yeah.
For his sister, my auntie, to tell me like, you shouldn't talk to him. It was like it just stuck in my head. She knew. You know what I'm saying? So to this day, I have a hard time thinking about why somebody would do that.
Yeah.
And he lived down the street in Buda. Like I could probably type him in the directory. Now I know his full name. I found out his last name, and I thought my whole life the other last name that was on my birth certificate was his.
Oh, wow.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Just some crazy stuff. And so, you know what I'm saying? It's like meeting a new person for the first time. So he's in a lot of my recent music since 2023. Oh, and what I was going to say is that's the reason why I did my first show with Fresh and them, because I was trying to do it on the radio, if y'all didn't understand that whole rollout. And I did an album called Do As I Say. And I was like talking about that situation-ish and a bunch of other stuff, but basically like I'm on the radio because you drive trucks and hopefully you hear it, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that was my idea, because I even made those jokes to him, like everything I do, going to the Marine Corps, everything was in spite of you, like so 100% that. But I tried not to even use it as a rollout tool because it felt so nasty. Anything like that felt so nasty because he really fucked up a lot of plans I had. Like, I was on such a more positive thing. I was treating my girl good. I was, like, real life, I was doing okay. He showed up. I'm talking drinking again. I ain't never went to hard drugs, but I'm drugging. I'm, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing stuff that ain't me at all, and messed up just about every relationship I could mess up. Just the idea of pushing people away, and it wasn't purposeful, but it was purposeful because I knew what it really was is I didn't want to keep putting that on people. Like I cannot talk about that and not like feel a way about them, like not be, you know what I'm saying? People like, oh, you gotta let people like that go, and it's like, no, I don't. Like that's my daddy. That like that's a whole. And if I gotta hate him the rest of my life to feel something that, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna just do that because I opened my heart up for a couple months thinking like we finna become friends or something. Nigga took me to Cane's. We ate a 12-piece or whatever we ate, split a 12-piece and some fries, and never talked to me again. And I felt like such a mark. Like I was like, why? Who the fuck does that? Like, so yeah, 100%. Like, it was a. If people couldn't see what was in my eyes, that's what was in my eyes. It's like pure pain, pure like anger. Like I don't understand why he did that, and I still to this day like think about the fact that like my little brother is down the street, little nigga with dreads, and he play football. You know what I'm saying? I'm like looking at him. And he wearing blue, you know what I'm saying? He wearing my high school stuff. And I'm like, oh, this is tight. And he don't know I exist. And then I got a sister that's like 20-something that's grown up, don't even have the option to want to, you know what I'm saying? So it's in the album, you know what I'm saying? That's in the album, but that's like, it got removed from because I stuck, I'll tell you this, I stuck to talking about specific topics because the real stuff was too real. That's why I said dramatics was for promotion. Can't say how I really feel because I wasn't lying, but I was holding so much back from y'all, and I'm still gonna hold it back. Like this is plenty, but like I was dark and I was hurting. He didn't hurt it. He didn't see me like go to teary eyes. You know what I'm saying? Passion, like not even talking about him, but it's like I will correlate anything back to something like that because you know what I'm saying, that was my hurt. And like my girl would tell me like, you just gonna keep putting that on everybody that you can put it, you know what I'm saying? And I was just like, how about I just do another album then? Because I was, like I said, I was just making a bunch of singles. I had given up. I made Rent Due with the idea of like, this shit dead. Like y'all gave the city away. Y'all don't love rap. Y'all don't love hip hop art. Y'all don't respect us. Y'all might love us to a fault, but y'all don't respect us for real. And y'all never really helped us get our growth. That's why I stopped making like poppier music, because I was like, this is my real roots. If y'all think that's me and y'all gonna give me opportunities because of that, now I'm gonna go against the grain, and it was all because of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah.
Okay.
Long story short, he messed up a lot of positivity that could have came from 2023. I'm talking scrapped albums. I took albums offline. Y'all probably didn't even notice, but a lot of positive Jedi died that day, or died May 5th, or like May 3rd, May 5th-ish, because that's when I text him. He didn't text me back. I text him again. I was like, hey, I forgive you. Or I was like, I forgive you. Don't even worry about it. Whatever I can't remember, but it's still in my phone somewhere.
Okay. Got
but he ain't replied to that either. So I was just like,
Man.
you know what I'm saying? Cool with me. And I finally say I let it go. But that's why I said, you see me bitching about rappers. You see me bitching about what is Austin Chronicle. You see me saying like I'm not getting put on these lists, which I did get put on a list recently.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? But it was because I was really running from the conversations that I talk to my girls and my friends about real life all day. And I was tell people all the time, like, y'all really think I'm like simple, and y'all don't understand. It's like this part is so simple to me of like being a rapper, because I started realizing like people got real life, people got kids. My brother just got him a house and got him another son, and life didn't get no easier. He did all the stuff you do to work really hard, and he's still like, hey, I'm gonna still tell you right now, I'd rather be rapping with you right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
I get it.
you know what I'm saying? But that's just life. And I forgave him legitimately, but it's still fuck you.
Right.
Like I said it, I prayed to God, but I had to say like fuck you. Like,
You have to come to peace with that.
Yeah, come to peace with you, not my people, and you don't want to be. So, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you're afraid of with your wife and what she gonna say to you, that's what my people said it probably was. But it's like I don't want no, you know what I'm saying? But sorry, that's a long rant.
It's all good. It's all good. So shifting gears back to Boots, right? So I know, let's actually talk about your musical journey outside of Spike Club, right? So where are you at with your sound right now? I know we talked about you pulling from a lot of different influences and a lot of different genres and stuff like that. Are you still like kind of experimenting musically, or are you kind of getting to a more defined sound lately? What's that looking like?
A little bit of both, honestly. There's a project I'm working on with Dot. It's kind of a follow-up to the other one called Sangre Chamoy.
Okay.
And originally, I was going to play with like Latin samples predominantly, or like exclusively that. But it's kind of shifted gears into even more experimental than that. So yes and no. I kind of feel like I have a definitive sound, but at the same time, I'm also trying to experiment with other stuff more than anything, to like just specific to whichever artist I'm working with at the time.
Okay, I get that. Okay, so I know we've been going through the rollout for Spike Club, right? So for the both of y'all, what's something that something about Spike Club that people won't get on the first listen that they might have to run it back? Like, is there any themes or any kind of messages or something like that people need to like kind of listen to a second time to like for it to really hit home?
Windows. Double back to window. That's like the easy answer for sure.
Gotcha.
And on that, the theme, a lot of the theme is being locked in, because I know people, and I'm not diagnosed, but I know people that like deal with like schizophrenia and like that. You know what I'm saying? I know real people, like one of my best friends I grew up with, she went to the military too, had a whole, you know what I'm saying? So the idea of being locked in, I say it a couple times, but locking in the way we think of it. Right. But in mine, I say like, somebody asks you how you been, you say you locked in, you really locked in. And then I always point at Boots when I say that, because the idea of being like so in your head, it ain't nothing cool a sad rapper can say. You know what I'm saying? So you really get, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm stuck in myself. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say the idea of using Tyler Durden, I keep saying him instead of Tyler Burton, but like using Brad Pitt as a idea is like, that's cool. That's how you get cool. You go lock in and you get a 6-pack and you know what I'm saying? But that dude's version of being locked in was turning into a monster. Okay. He had, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, it's the theme of being locked in. I say it in a couple songs over and over, or not over and over, but I'll give a theme of being, and Windows is the same thing. Just being locked into your phone, being stuck in that world. And I say something in there like, I be adding to the shit. I've been seen behind the glass, and that was like me saying like, fuck all these rappers is this and these artists is this. But I'm part of that, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm locked into that. And same thing as Spike Club is the other theme is once you in, you in. That's why I made it the first thing. And that's why I put it as the first song is because you locked in now. Yeah. Like you don't, once you feel some hate, once you turn into you that person, like you can pretend you didn't see it, but you saw it. You know what I'm saying? It's like when people say like, watch what you put in your, you know what I'm saying, digest, like back in the day, people doing beheading video, all that stuff we grew up on. Yeah. You think about it and you're like, I don't care what I say, like I've seen that. I can go to church on Sunday all I want. I know that exists somewhere now. You know what I'm saying? So that was the idea. Is like once you've seen it, you in there, but you don't have to also be stuck either. You know what I'm saying? You can create a character and go sell 50 T-shirts. Like Boots did for me. Because I keep saying that idea is because this went from the idea of straight up giving up and to something that, you know what I'm saying, I'm trying to use as to even empower my damn self, but hopefully other rappers that kind of feel like I feel. And they don't have to be rappers, but just artists that they don't know how to market and they don't know how to sell what they got. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's a bunch of things people could lock into that don't gotta be jewelry and clothes and all the stuff they sold us, which I don't hate on because I love it. You know what I'm saying? I like love my culture, but my fault. I could talk about that forever. Too.
It's all good. It's all good. So if someone was like just discovering y'all's music through Spike Club, what would y'all want them to take away from the album?
Go ahead.
What you got?
Shit. Hopefully they get something positive out of there where they can come out and they can probably find some things they relate to and realize they're not alone, I guess.
Okay. So backdooring that, is there another full, collab album in the future? Are we talking about maybe like a Spike Club 2, maybe down the line?
Spike Club 2 is possible, but Dot won't let us do that.
Okay.
I don't got a manager, but if it's anything I know in this world, Dot not gonna let us make a part 2 to nothing. He gonna say make a part 2, but he ain't gonna let that be the, you know what I'm saying?
Project Mayhem.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
I could guarantee, because I already thought of it and I was like, now that I get it, because like you said about sound, it's like, sure, he can say what he wants, but I know what to pick from him now because some of his drums hit so hard when they mixed that, like I say, I studied it so long about like how good rappers would just get on skeleton beats. Jay-Z, like my best example, he would just get on these skeletons of, you know what I'm saying? And then Rick Rubin and then them other dudes, you know what I'm saying? They'll go touch it and do like whatever they do to stuff and you get what you be getting, you know what I'm saying? So that's how I was telling him, like, give me whatever. But now that I know, now I can choose the whatever, and I need to make sure I don't go in there trying to recreate them ideas, because them ideas came from, like he said, some days I was doing 4 songs a day, certain topic or certain, you know what I'm saying, world. And then that's why I renamed a bunch of the songs Brad Pitt movies. Because I would go through and watch. So if you probably didn't peep that either. But
no, I didn't pick up on that. But
go through and type in a bunch of the names.
Yeah.
Literally almost every name.
Seven's
Sleepers.
Oh,
Seven. Sleepers.
Wow. I would have never caught that.
They all Brad Pitt movies because I literally fucking love Brad Pitt. Like that's why when he said, I was like, bro, I can't disrespect one of my favorite movies ever. Shout out Caveman. Another like jewel for you. When I was in Afghanistan, one of my best friend, Caveman, taught me how to fight. Like literally put me in the gloves and taught me how to fight. Not like taught me how to fight like a, you know what I'm saying? But like showed me grappling, put me on UFC, put me on the lore of like Joe Rogan and his whole arc into like how he became him. Like that put me in such a place. Never mind, but yeah, Afghanistan was the catalyst of a lot of them thinking points. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But I'll go on another rant about Caveman. But long story short, he part of Spike Club too.
Okay. So I was gonna say, man, before we wrap up, man, let's hit y'all with the final question, right? And I know we actually talked about this off air. We hit every guest that comes on the show with the same question. Who do y'all think would be a good guest on the podcast in the future? But before you answer, It has to be somebody in your phone, in your Instagram, whatever. You can be like, hey, I pulled up on the 2-hour lunch break, chopped it up, had a good time. Who would that person or people be? Now, it's no limit. You can list as many as you want, but it got to be somebody you can tap in with.
Yeah. Go first, you go.
I got 2 people.
Okay.
I know Shy Photos. He's the person that damn, what's Shy's real name?
Who?
Shy Photos, the one who took all our pictures.
I only know him as Shy.
he got a very unique name. Sorry, Shy.
Okay.
But when he see this, hopefully I can tag him and put him in there and let him know that I love him. Like, he's the person who made the cover art too. So it's actually his hand holding one of them actual things at the first Spike Club album listening party. But anyway, he took all the first pictures. He helped me with the idea of like me taking the pictures with like the tie and all that stuff. Even the tie, if you go look at the tie I'm wearing and all the rollouts, it's the same tie that the narrator's wearing in Fight Club.
Wow, okay.
Like, it's so many like little things. So we purposely took them pictures. The scars on my head, I tried to line them up to his. Okay. And little blood drops on. But his vision, what he does outside, he's not just a hip hop journalist or a photo journalist, but he's really good. And I don't know if he even cares about speaking in public, but I think he should, because when I talk to him, this dude make beats. Yeah. He got a record collection that's, you know what I'm saying, super amazing, but beautiful mind. Okay. But the second people, as I said it to you earlier, is the Breaks. And shout out to Breaks. Just because I think them 2 together, if they can get somewhere in front of a camera unfiltered, y'all have such a good conversation, especially if you just want to like talk hip hop and like get an idea of, I say the landscape, but also the past. And I think it's way more important to sometimes come and get some people that just really seen it all, really talk to everybody, really work with everybody. And them 2 together would separately, regardless, they would be amazing. But I think them 2 together is just like that's like Austin. That'll be hard.
Yes, your Fresh Confucius, tap in with us.
Thanks. And mine is probably a little more selfish, I guess. I would say the motherfuckers, C's, formerly Cease of Team Knicks. Okay.
C's like the ocean.
C's like the ocean.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And Prose.
Okay.
The rest of the motherfuckers.
Tap them in with us, man. Let's line that up. All right, man. Before we wrap up, man, let's plug your social media handles. Where can everybody find y'all, and where can everybody find Spike Club?
So Spike Club is out on all digital streaming platforms, and where do we have? Do you got a website? I got a website with merch on it, but mostly everything is sold out on there already. So I've been trying not to plug it, but it's JEDI512.com. We have vinyls and stuff on there, but just took it all off and just stuck with making these shirts. And what's your Instagram handle and Facebook and all that?
Everything is Boots the Blessed, spelled regularly. I have a website, but it's not really a website right now. Okay. BootsTheBlessed.com.
Gotcha.
And Jedi512 everywhere. No dashes or nothing, just Jedi512. A lot of people think my name is Jed and that the I is a number, or I don't get how this many years.
I almost got people mix that up.
And then they'll like easy. Put a space in the 512. I'm like, bro, it's no way you can't say like calling me 512.
Yeah, that's crazy.
People do it to me all the time, or like calling me Jedi. And but people so young, it's people that never watched Star Wars. Right. I'm learning. Right. And I'm just getting into it too, but you know what I'm saying? I'll talk forever about that too.
Gotcha. All right, man. Well, that wraps up this edition of the 2-Hour Lunch Break podcast, man. Once again, shout out to the homies Jedi and Boost for taking the time out to chop it up with us. Shout out to our production behind the boards. You can find them on Instagram at Cafe Yodo. Episodes of the 2-Hour Lunch Break are streaming on all DSPs. You can find us on Instagram at 2HLBpod and on X at the 2-Hour Lunch. Thank you for tuning in. We out.
And it's coming home to Texas. It's coming home all the way to Austin, Texas, baby.